What's going on, people? It's Ricardo Francis, aka Ricardo Lifton here. Today's topic, genetics. Firstly, what do we mean when we're talking about genetics, people's genetics? Say when people say, "Oh, you got good genetics," what does that mean? What we're essentially talking about is how your body develops. Everyone's body develops in different ways. Sometimes it also their lifestyle will contribute to how their body develops, but sometimes people are just genetically gifted in how their body develops. So what we're really looking at is your body's composition in terms of proportionality. That's the main thing I'm trying to talk about here anyway. So let's say you've got a beginner, someone who's new to the gym, never trained a day in their life. Firstly, what we start them doing is working all of their body, the whole body, exactly the same amount of time. So you're training your chest as often you train your back, as often you train your quads, your hamstrings, etc. Whether you're doing splits, or you're doing upper body, lower body, or you're doing full body workouts, you're training your whole body the same amount, essentially. This is how we start. As your body develops, let's say, let's go a year into it. I want to take it to a year because I think that's a good amount of time to see some proper development from the body. You're going to look at your body and you're going to see the proportions it develops at. Everyone's body develops differently. As I said, it depends on your lifestyle and your genetic makeup. You might be predisposed to having this bigger or this smaller, etc. So you've got to work with it, and you've got different focus points to look at. So when it comes to me personally, I know my arms develop really fast. All the pulling and pushing motions from a back session and a chest session is enough to stimulate my arms, so I don't actually need to isolate my arms. That's why I train arms like 4 times a year maybe. I might start training them a little bit more often, but mainly for strength purposes rather than size and development purposes. But yeah. So that's one thing. My traps, I don't train them. I stopped training them for a long time simply because they develop really fast, and everything I do for my delts, anytime I try to engage my delts, whether it's rear delts, side laterals, etc., my traps get involved. My traps grow, they stimulate, and I tend to hold a lot of tension in my traps as well. So yes, they develop and they look really good. The bad side of that is I get things like stiff necks and stuff quite often, and I have to constantly stretch and massage it out. So again, that's all down to my genetic makeup. Calves, my calves are tiny. It's like they're terrible. I've got skinny ankles. That's down to my family tend to have skinny ankles. So, and my insertion is really, really high. So my calf just looks small. It's tiny. So I have to train my calves a lot more often than I will the rest of my body, simply because they're lagging. It's a weak body part. In shorts, you can see that it's quite small in comparison to when you see my arms. It looks small. That's the main thing. It's not actually that small, but it looks small. So again, that's just my genetics. So yeah, the main point I'm trying to get at is that everyone's body develops differently. So to counteract those things, you have to now prioritize your training. Priority principle. What's your weak points? What's aesthetically weak? Forget strength, because if we're talking about bodybuilding, we're talking about developing the body so you look aesthetically pleasing, you create symmetry within the body, and you have proportions that look good. So when we're talking about that, look at your weak points. What is not developing as well? What do you want to work on? What do you now need to make grow? And you also got to look at your strong points. What's growing really fast? What do I not need to train as much? Not need to train, I can't say it's hard, because you're still going to train hard every single time you train, but what do you need to work on? So that's the main factors we're talking about. Now you have to change your training splits, or change what you train the most. So again, if you're doing full body workouts, okay, what do I need to do more of? Do I need to involve more leg movements? Do I need to involve more shoulder movements? Do I need to do, even if I say shoulder movements, do I need to focus more on the front? Do I need to focus more on the side? Do I need to focus more on the rear? So all of those things. So you're not just looking at the overall muscle and training them more, but how are you training them? What do you need to focus on within developing that muscle? So again, this is really down to a bodybuilding aspect, because at the end of the day, I'm about the main principle, I don't know how to say it, the main goal, the main thing that I focus on is bodybuilding. It's about aesthetics, it's about looking good and looking proportional, because I'm a bodybuilding enthusiast. I can't say I'm a bodybuilder, not yet. Anyway, competing may come in the near future, but for now, it's just about developing my body to look as best as possible. And that's what most people want. Most people want their body to look, nice. Girls always show me pictures saying, I've had clients come up to me saying, yeah, I want to look like this, I want to look like that, I want a small waist and the hips, etc. So again, they have something in mind, they have a vision, how they want to look. This isn't just based off, I just want to look good. What does looking good mean? To everybody, it's different. Some girls might want a big bum. Some guys might want just big arms. Some guys might want the whole proportion. So again, it's about proportionality. Me, I prefer bigger legs. So that's what I'm training towards, getting bigger legs, developing my legs to get them as big as possible. Try and proportion them out so that they look good for what I want them to look. So yeah, when it comes to it, you have to really tell yourself, what's the image? How do I want to look? And then you've got to base it off of that. Okay, this is how I want to look. This is how I look. What do I need to focus on to get me from A to B? So this is the main thing I'm talking about. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed my video. Well, yeah, please comment below. Tell me what you want me to post up next. Whether it's nutrition, whether it's training, whether it's tips and advice, whether there's a topic you want me to talk about, just let me know. I said this channel is for you. I want to produce it for you, so you guys need to let me know. I'm always going to come up with ideas and do the best I can, but the more you guys give me, the quicker I can get a video out there for you guys. So yeah, comment below. Please like my video. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. And that's me. I'm out.